I've just discovered one of the sexiest, yes, sexiest Instagram Reels effects you can do in every single one of your Reels to upgrade them to sexy level tier just like me and stand out in this very unique type of style. And the best part about this effect is it's super easy to do inside of Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe Photoshop. So my name is Torsten Roscoe. I create short form video editing assets for content creators exactly like you. So if you're looking to upgrade your editing workflow and just pump out super high quality videos in a very short amount of time just like me, I'll leave those down in the first link in the description so you don't mess out. They're a huge time saver. And without further ado, let me show you this effect so we can create it ourselves. All right, this is the circle blur effect. It is the sexiest effect I've seen on Instagram in a while. I mean, except me, obviously. This effect just looks so good. I'm gonna show you how to do all of these effects to make it look super duper good, and how to do all these captions so you guys can spice this up and just bring that sexiness to another level of sexiness. First of all, we need to take a picture / a screenshot of each and every single one of the clips you're gonna be using. And each and every single clip needs to be a tripod shot. So what a tripod shot essentially is making sure that the camera, whatever you're recording, is still. So you can see right here that I'm only moving, but the camera is just sitting still. That's a tripod shot. So every single clip you guys are using, making sure that it is a tripod shot, that is a must have. Otherwise, this effect just won't really look well. Now that we did that, now we need to take a screenshot of that. So what you can do is you come over here in the program and you hit this shot right here, this export frame. Now, if you guys don't have that, I got you, man. Come over here, it's in the button editor on that plus, and you will see it right here. Just grab, drag and drop it. I already have it, so I don't need to do that. And then just click this, export it anywhere. You can name it anything. I'll just do that. And then hit browse, you can put it anywhere. I'm gonna put mine in downloads, just somewhere that's super easy access, and do that. Now do that for every single frame. It doesn't matter what frame, we're just doing this for the background to go into Photoshop. Now we need to go into Photoshop, and that's where the spiciness, that's where this whole effect takes place. All right, now we are in Photoshop. Now this is the best part and the most favorite part of this entire thing. You need to create a new file, and the new file needs to be 1080 by 1920, or if you guys are running in 4K, I don't know exactly what that is. I'm pretty sure it's like 2160 by 3840. I think that's it. Making sure that that is on a vertical. Yeah, that's probably vertical. I don't know, bro, I just edit. Making sure that's that, make it whatever you want, hit create. Now, mine is a transparent background. Now, the reason why we don't want to use a transparent background and we actually want to use a black background is because it's going to fuck up with the whole effect. I don't know, it just doesn't look really good. Trust me, I can't really explain it really well, but trust me, it just looks so much better if you have a good, solid black background. So making sure that you're that, then import all those screenshots that you have. So mine are all right here. I'm gonna highlight them, drag and drop it, like right here, hit done on all of them, and boom, we have them now. Now, here is the most important, one of the most important parts. I'm gonna leave these down in the link in the description. That way you guys can use these, all of these clips, all these screenshots, so you guys can follow along with me. I should have said that in the beginning of the video. I'm telling you now. Sorry about that. So we need to just get a clean slate background. We want to get rid of me and any type of subject that you are in it. Want to get rid of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit select subject. Adobe Photoshop does a really good job at doing that. So just hit generate a fill and don't put anything in, just hit generate or generative, whatever it said, generate. And it's going to get a clean slate. Now the reason why we want to get a clean slate is because when you are in it and also like it does the warp effect on it, it just doesn't really look good. It kind of looks weird. It's like you're integrated in the background, but you're also warped, but then you're also moving in the camera like right now, like I am right now, and talking. It just doesn't look good. You want a clean slate, that way you pop, everything like that looks good. Now, it did kind of a weird job I look like a monkey in this. Come here, monkey in time. I'm going to, because, I mean, this one looks the best, so I'm going to just click on, I'm gonna merge them by hitting Command E, and now it's merging. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm actually gonna use the lasso tool this time and just go around these just like so. If you guys don't know the lasso tool, it's right up here. It just right here, click on that. And I'm also going to hold shift so I can grab this one too and add it with that. Hit generate fill again, and then this time it should give me a whole clean slate. Perfect, it did a pretty good job. Just grab whatever one you think looks good. In reality, you don't need it to be absolutely perfect, the chef's kiss, because it's gonna be warped and you're just not gonna see it. It's gonna be a background. So hold these again, Command E to merge this, and now here is a super important part. You don't want to miss this part. You want to make this into a smart object. Now, if you don't do that, it won't allow you to create a good mask, at least unless I just don't know how to use Photoshop very well, which, I mean, I could. But we need to make a mask in order to make this whole effect look good. And that's why you need to make a convert to smart object. That way, when we actually add the effect, like I said, we can mask the effect instead of the whole thing. Now, the way we create this effect is really simple. Come into filter, making sure that you are on the layer, filter, blur, and it's a racial blur. Ready? Yeah, I think that's how you say it. You can make any amount. My amount that I like is around 10. Otherwise, everything else is kind of, it's too like warped. Making sure that you're at best. You can move this if you want to. You can move it wherever. I'm just gonna leave it at the center because I'm in the center of frame. I'll show you exactly how you should move it on the next one, depending on where your subject is, etc. So I'm gonna hit OK, and now it's gonna do this whole warp. Now the reason why we need to mask it and make it look like this and have it a clear is because when we actually have it entirely warped, I'll show up actually 2 examples up right now. You can see that the one that actually is warped with me and Brian in it, it doesn't look nearly as good as when we add a mask and it makes it clear and it actually looks like we're in a clear pool. It just makes it look so much better. So that's why we do this mask. Now, the way we do this mask is really simple. You can see that it has a mask right here. All you do is click on that, hit B, making sure that the brush, I have a good brush setting. I'll actually show you right now. My size is 1000 pixels, hardness is 34. I'm using the soft round brush, making sure that the flow is at 11, smoothing all the way up here, just copy my settings. And now all we have to do is just go like this. Oh, make sure also down here that this is on black, not white. Making sure that you're clicked on the smart filter, and then just do this. I'm going to make the center of where I am and the subjects of your entire video are in focus and not racial blur. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna make this better. I'm gonna get rid of this, just like so. And now boom, we have this clear one. All you have to do is come into File, Export As, and then export, and then put it wherever you want. Now, what I was talking about earlier on how we're going to do the exact same thing. So I'm just gonna do this really quick, and I'll show you how to move that center focus so then it looks good when your person or whoever you are not in actually the center. So you can spice this up effect and make it just look so much better. That's perfectly fine. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna merge this, making sure that this is a smart object. Coming up to filter, again, go to blur. And now because I'm in the top left of here, I want that whole racial blur to be focused on me. I realized that when you do this, when you focus the racial blur effect on the person, it just looks so much better. So I'm just going to grab, so this is the center. So the racial blur is gonna be in the center. So if I hit OK, you can see the whole blur is in the center. But if we go up to it again and hit blur, racial blur, and I move this center all the way to the left because I'm gonna be on the left, you can see that it moves the center. Now it's over here. Now we can click on here, do the exact same thing. I'm standing about right around here, so I'm just going to make sure this is in focus so then it actually makes sense. We'll do just like so. And now this effect just looks so much better. You can see when I'm doing this, it looks a lot better. Now do this for every single shot. If you guys only did one, do one. If you have all of them. Now do the exact same thing, export it, and then let's go in Adobe Premiere Pro to finalize this entire effect. Now all we have to do is mask out our subjects so then this effect applies to the background and not us. And the way I'm going to be doing it is by duplicating these, making sure that you use a gap right here. Right here, you want to make a gap in the video layer, And I'm going to mask out it using a plugin I love to use called Keeper. I'll leave it down in the link in the description if you guys want to use it. It saves me so much time. If you guys don't want to use this plugin, you can do masking in Premiere Pro. I don't do masking because it's so terrible. It's such a terrible way, but if you guys want a more effective way, you guys can go into After Effects and roto brush it out, but I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm just gonna use Keeper. And now we have our entire roto brush. You can see, or masked out, you can see I'm masked out with Brian. It does a really good job for just a one-click solution. And then we can just add our pictures. So I'm gonna go into here. I'm gonna find what pictures are aligned with it. So you can see it already is applying. So I'm gonna cut this one, and then this is where I'm playing bags. So I'm gonna come into my bag one, come right here, drag and drop it. And now you can see it has a cool focus of me on that ring, me sitting here or standing here playing bags, looks super clean. And then the last one I'm gonna be doing is me and Brian in the pool. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. And now we have this real effect. Looks super duper good. I absolutely love this effect. Just we look chilling in the pool, making a cool effect. Now let's go that extra mile like we always do in every single one of my videos to make this a whole entire reel just look super clean and aesthetic. And that's by adding captions. They always elevate every single buddy's reels, so might as well. And they're super easy to do very quickly too. So I'm gonna come into captions, create captions from transcript, just grab these all the way to the left, hit single, create captions. I'm gonna highlight the ones I'm gonna be doing. So these, I'm gonna come up to properties. I'm gonna use my fonts that are in my Captions FX Pack. I'm gonna get rid of the shadow, put this in the middle. I'm gonna size it up just a little bit. Not too big, that's a little too big. I'm gonna bring it down. That's about perfect, I would say. And now here's where the spice is when it comes to these captions. We need to animate these and make these look 20 times better. And the way we do that is coming up to graphics and titles. I'm talking too fast. Upgrade caption to graphic. Now that is going to let us obviously make these captions sexier. Just like me, I'm a sexy ass guy. And we're gonna make these captions sexy by just going into my presets. That way we can just save time and create these effects super duper quickly. Just like we're here, you can see that all these effects that we add are just super duper clean in effect. I'm going to nest all of these that way that the presets actually look good and they don't get screwed up, because sometimes when you add these presets to a very short clip, it doesn't look nearly as good as when it's long. So that's like kind of a life hack. I'm gonna nest them really quickly using my keybind in my all pack, using my keybind in my course that's in my all pack, which you guys get for absolutely free when you grab my course. My camera's not focusing. I'm gonna come over to here. I'm just gonna use some of my presets. So I'm just gonna use my appear up, let's say for like this first one. So I'm gonna have these appear up. I'm gonna have these like appear down. And then I'm also, we can come into like, let me look at my text animation or my logo animations. I want these to like slide in up with also, let's do like a flicker up. Let's do like some kind of flicker in, and let's add a flicker out to this one. It looks like this in a matter of a few simple clicks.
This circle blur is the sexiest
yes, sir.
I've seen on Instagram. Except me, obviously.
Dude, that was so easy. I love using these. What the hell? Let's actually add a quick drop shadow just to spice it up. And now these look super duper clean. Like, look at that. Ooh! And if you guys want to get these presets, I'll leave them down in the first link in the description so you don't miss out. They're a huge game changer when it comes to creating cool text effects super duper quickly to get this minimalist style. If you guys want to learn exactly how I pumped out this Instagram reel on screen right now in just a matter of a few simple clicks, I'll leave that entire video of me breaking it down with you guys right over here. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for supporting the channel. I do really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.